sitting duck out there.
He knows what he's doing.
I am the law. Drop your weapon.
It certainly feels like we are making our choices, and indeed most people believe free will is real, and that we are mostly responsible for our actions except if we are children, mentally disabled, or insane. Many justice systems are also based on revenge and punishment instead of trying to improve society, and this is once again due to the idea of free will. But in hindsight, looking back at our choices, there is always a reason why we picked A instead of B. Life must be lived in the present, but it is only understood in reverse. All our decisions and actions are the result of prior conditions in the environment and in our brain. When we do things, we are not operating in a vacuum, but instead in an environment and mind space with constraints, limitations, and other factors that funnel us towards specific decisions. Libertarian free will means that our choices are free from determination or constraints due to human nature, and therefore we are fully morally responsible for our actions. But this is clearly false. Most people cannot really even define what free will actually is and why we make certain decisions. I would say we have our own will and sometimes the freedom to exercise it, but we are not free to choose our will, and sometimes things we cannot control will cause us to take certain actions. To me, it seems like our will is more of an emergent phenomenon based on a complex interplay of things such as our general biology, unique genetics, experiences had, information obtained, beliefs formed, and so on. Basically, free will might not exist, and thus it is probably not optimal to base a justice system on its existence. Instead, a justice system could be based on causality or cause and effect. For example, let's say a man commits a violent crime, such as physical assault, without causing serious injuries to the victim, and they are caught by the police. The goal of the justice system would be to cause the man to behave non-violently in the future. It could act like a pain response by the body to signal that what they're doing is wrong. So for his first offense, the man might receive a fine proportional to his income and mandatory anger management therapy to improve his behavior. If the man commits another violent offense, they might receive another fine and some more therapy in addition to a short jail sentence dependent on the severity of the crime. If the man commits a third offense, then that's a sign that rehabilitation isn't working for him. At some point, it may become prudent to take more extreme measures. In the old days, the tribe would banish people who behaved badly and didn't improve their behavior. Under a more deterministic justice system, career criminals or repeat offenders could be isolated from regular society in, for example, prison towns for a longer period or perhaps even permanently. In such a town, the prisoners could grow their own food, produce products for the government in some sort of factory for a modest pay. They would receive basic food and water, accommodation, and medical care. However, for some very serious offenses, such as, let's say, those committed by serial killers, I am not opposed to capital punishment, as they might even be a serious danger to the inmates in the prison towns. Then we could also have positive reinforcement methods rather than only negative reinforcement. For example, we could divide towns and cities into crime districts. When a crime district reduces their crime level, they could receive a reward such as increased funding, or the citizens could be allowed to participate in a state lottery and win some various prizes. This concept could also be applied to the prison towns to help improve the behavior of the inmates. These are just some of my ideas. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and remember to like and subscribe. See you in the next video. Okay, thanks, bye.